In another key development, the Women Economic Assembly launched by President Cyril Ramaphosa is driving women's economic empowerment in South Africa. With public and private sector commitments towards gender transformation, WECONA's efforts are yielding progress. Entrepreneur and sector lead for Automotive at WECONA, Siphiwo Mzwali, shares insights on the initiative's growth and impact. Let's take a look.
It was actually launched in 2022. Yeah, on the 5th or 6th of October, 5th and the 6th of October, by the president himself, for women to participate meaningfully in different sectors. So yes, we were just coming from COVID or still/COVID. So that's WECONA, which is Women Economic Assembly.
Just drill into that. Women participating significantly in all sectors of the economy. What does that look like?
Okay, that's a good question. That looks like meaningful participation. If we're saying we're talking, I actually lead, I will always make an example of my sector. I'm the automotive sector lead, national, and then I'm also the provincial coordinator. So when we're rolling the provinces, I am there to roll those provinces as well, working closer with the Office of the Premier. So what is happening is most of women, remember we are previously disadvantaged when it comes to businesses. So we don't have access to information. We don't have any knowledges. We don't know anything. We just struggle. We don't know. Sometimes we've been running, and you can know that even our mothers, they've been running businesses, and we never knew that they were businesses. It was just that in your home there is this small shop or something like that, but you don't take it in a language of a business, and it is a business. So how do you get now access to information, access to funding, collaboration? So these funding criteria, do they talk to these women? Because if we are saying a woman should bring us a meaningful business profile, a fundable business profile, what do we mean by that? Because this woman is in a previously disadvantaged position where you are in a location, where you are in a village, and the fact that you cannot form that business profile, that does not necessarily mean you are not good at what you're good at. So now we need to get the language that speaks to our women so that we can bring the change to them.
And actually, that's interesting because throughout a lot of events that I actually go to, we usually talk about the gaps in finance, right? But we don't actually talk about the other side, where it's not just financing that women need. Just talk to me about then how we prioritize that non-financial assistance, and especially, for example, in an industry like the automotive sector that is largely seen as not an industry that really absorbs and caters for women.
Yes, and talking about that industry as well, most people, they think when you talk about auto sector, you're talking about transport sector. And they actually look down or do not understand the business opportunities that are within the automotive industries. So there are so many things. When it comes to, if you look at it, let's say you're talking about AITF, which is the Automotive Industry Transformation Fund. Most of the fund, 70% of that fund is placed aside for manufacturing. So meaning which that alone, it shows you the gap in our country when it comes to manufacturing. So now what are you looking at when you're looking at manufacturing when it comes to the automotive industry? So what we're talking about when we're talking about meaningful participation, we're saying we do not want to supply bumpers. We want to supply meaningfully. Because remember, a car starts from an ideation stage. So we want to be there from that ideation stage. So not only the automotive sector, with all the industries. So I will just make an example of my sector as well. When we participate, we want to participate meaningfully. And also that should be accompanied closely with skills development. Because remember, we didn't know anything before. And now we don't want to come here and say, this is what we want, and after some time, we are failing. No, we want to do this participation meaningfully.
Is there enough support actually for that skills development for women in those spaces?
Yes, there is enough support. So it goes back to access to information. So our jobs as WECONA and other stakeholders is to make sure that information, it goes to the right people. And then now if we're going to them to say we need women, and they say they need women to participate here, and they are saying women are not ready. So we are saying then what is it that you can do to make these women ready? So, and also is to go to the industry players, private sectors, to say you know what, we want to know what you are doing and we want to be part of what you are doing. We are not saying change what you are doing as WECONA. We just want to be part of what you are doing so that we can assist you to achieve the numbers that you need to achieve meaningfully. Because if you look close, let's say you go to the Northwest, for example, where there are mines, there is what you call doorsteps, businesses, where if you have a business coming from the other province and you want to run your business here, you need to merge with the business that is here, right? So now what is happening is we need to make sure that those locals, when they are in partnership with these companies, they are in partnership with the understanding of what they are doing. It should not be just they are receiving money. It should also be a transfer of skills to them. They should, because we need sustainability.
That was Siphiwo Mzwali, entrepreneur and sector lead for Automotive at WECONA.